Let's look at our first clip of the now screen. And, this could have been a pretty good play. It could have been a 5 to 6 yard gainer, but a few things went wrong. First thing is, let's look where the receiver's lined up and let's see where he catches the ball. This is really the quarterback's issue. He needs to deliver that ball right back to where he was, and he's already 2 to 3 yards back from that initial lineup point, which is not where you want him to be, because imagine if he'd caught it right on the edge of that zero. He's already releasing, and he's probably going to outrun the defensive lineman. We also had, I'd say, a right guard that was a bit outmatched by this defensive end that he was assigned to turn back and block on, and that is the guy who made the tackle. Here's another entry in screenplays gone bad, and this time I think we actually had pretty good blocking, but the receiver takes too sharp of an angle back in towards the center of the field instead of getting behind his blockers. Let's watch this again. I mean, there was a lot of garbage there. It may not have been a good play. It really relies on that block from that wingback being successful, but I bet he gets 3, 4, 5 yards on that if he stays on his track. All right, this screen goes a little bit better. So we're going to the right side here, and pretty good blocking. One of our linemen should have turned back sooner when he saw that there's nobody outside of him. But we also need to teach that receiver, when he starts seeing guys cross his face like that, that's when he needs to turn back outside and get to the numbers and follow. If he turns out there, he probably picks up another 3 to 5 yards. As it was, he got about 5 or 6 yards, so that's a pretty good play. All right, for this last clip, we'll see another example of how you need to work with your receivers on running lanes and reading, particularly that first block. That wingback who's coming out to block out on the corner, it's usually going to be a block out, which means there's going to be a running lane between that kick out and the other blocks. It's like a stretch, down play where the kick out's coming from the wingback. And, we just didn't practice that enough. And I think in hindsight, I would do a lot more drill work with the receivers running in space, reading that block.